Most people who click on a video like this are hoping for a shortcut. Maybe you're searching for the perfect thing to say, a foolproof pickup line, or some hidden technique that will instantly make you confident around a girl you like. But before we talk about any of that, we need to start with the truth. And to explain it, I want to tell you a story from my own life. When I was in middle school, there was a girl I liked more than anyone else. In my mind, she wasn't just another student, she was flawless. I had built her up into this incredible person who seemed completely out of reach. I spent countless hours imagining conversations with her. I'd replay scenarios in my head, picture how we'd meet, what I'd say, how she'd respond, and eventually how we'd start dating. Every day, I'd tell myself, today's the day. I'm finally going to talk to her. Then, one afternoon, the opportunity appeared right in front of me. After school, we ended up on the same bus home. She walked down the aisle and sat directly beside me. There we were, shoulder to shoulder. It felt like the universe had handed me the chance I'd been waiting for. And what did I do? Nothing. For the entire ride, I sat there without saying a single word. My heart was racing, my palms were sweating, my mind was overloaded with thoughts. I was so scared of saying the wrong thing that I couldn't even manage a simple hi. And the crazy part? I never spoke to her. School ended, life moved on, and we went in completely different directions. It didn't ruin my life, but looking back, there's still a strange feeling knowing I'll never find out what might have happened if I had just found the courage to speak. I share that story because if you've ever frozen around your crush, you're not the only one. If your mind goes blank, if your stomach twists into knots, or if talking feels impossible, I've been there too. And there's a reason it happens. Most of the time, it comes down to one mistake. You've put her on a pedestal. Movies, social media, and modern dating culture constantly push the idea that the people we're attracted to are somehow above us. We start seeing them as perfect, untouchable, out of our league. You convince yourself she's a 10 out of 10, that she has endless options, and that one wrong word will instantly ruin your chances. But notice something. If a random girl you aren't attracted to asks you a question, you probably don't panic. You can hold a conversation, you can joke around, you can act like yourself. The nervousness only appears when feelings get involved. Why? Because the moment you develop a crush, you stop seeing her as a regular person and start treating her like royalty. The reality is much simpler. She's human. She gets insecure, she has bad days, she worries about what people think, she feels awkward sometimes, she makes mistakes, just like everyone else. The more you remind yourself of that, the easier conversations become. You can't have a genuine connection with someone when you've convinced yourself they're above you. Another thing you need to understand is that meaningful interactions usually happen naturally. You can't force chemistry, you can't script attraction. A lot of guys spend weeks preparing for one dramatic approach. They memorize lines, rehearse conversations, and build up a simple interaction into a massive event. That pressure is exactly what makes things difficult. Sure, sometimes approaching a stranger is the only way to meet someone, but if you're in school, college, work, or any environment where you naturally cross paths, trying to create some movie-worthy moment often backfires. When you'd spent weeks imagining one conversation, the stakes become enormous. Everything feels forced, everything feels unnatural, and both people can feel that tension. The best conversations I've ever had didn't begin with a scripted speech. They happened organically, through shared activities, mutual interests, group projects, classes, sports, clubs, everyday situations. When there's already a reason to interact, the pressure disappears. You don't have to invent an excuse to start talking because the environment provides one. At that point, all you have to do is be yourself. Stop trying to be the smoothest guy in the room. Stop performing. Stop pretending. Just have a normal conversation. Now let's talk about something even more important. You. You can learn every communication trick in the world, but if you're deeply insecure about yourself, none of it matters. People can sense confidence, and they can also sense when someone is trying too hard. Real confidence isn't about acting fearless. It's about genuinely respecting yourself. If you're constantly putting girls on a pedestal, the solution isn't to tear them down. It's to build yourself up. Focus on becoming someone you're proud of. Take care of your body. Train regularly, improve your posture, dress well, practice good grooming, develop skills, work toward goals, build a life that excites you. As you invest in yourself, something powerful happens. You stop approaching people with the mindset of, please like me, please choose me, please validate me. Instead, your mindset becomes, I know who I am, let's see if we're compatible. That's a completely different energy. And when you reach that point, rejection loses its power. You realize that someone's lack of interest doesn't define your worth. It simply means the connection wasn't there, nothing more. Now let's discuss the most important lesson of all. There's a saying that goes, never go grocery shopping when you're hungry. When you're starving, you don't make smart decisions. You grab whatever gives you immediate satisfaction. You focus on filling the empty feeling as quickly as possible. The same thing happens in relationships. If you're desperate for a girlfriend because you're lonely, insecure, or craving validation, you're approaching dating from a place of hunger, and that's dangerous. Desperation makes people ignore red flags. It makes them tolerate disrespect. It makes them chase people who don't value them. It makes them abandon their own standards. If your entire happiness depends on getting attention from someone else, you'll struggle to build healthy relationships. That's why your primary focus shouldn't be finding a girlfriend. Your primary focus should be building a life you enjoy. Work on your goals, your health, your friendships, your passions, your future. Create a life that feels meaningful with or without a relationship. Ironically, that's often when relationships start happening naturally. People are drawn to individuals who have purpose. They are attracted to those who are genuinely living their own lives instead of desperately searching for someone to complete them. Before I end this, there's one final thing I want you to remember. Just because relationships shouldn't be your main priority doesn't mean you should avoid taking chances. If there's a girl you genuinely like to know better, don't let fear make the decision for you. Don't repeat the mistake I made years ago. If an opportunity presents itself, say hello. Start the conversation. Ask the question. Take the chance. Because rejection hurts for a moment. It's a brief hit to your ego and then life moves on. But regret can stay with you for years. Wondering what might have happened if you'd spoken up is often far more painful than hearing no. So stop putting her above you. Keep working on yourself, and when the opportunity comes, don't overthink it. Just say hi.